George Communication. I'm not finished, but let me introduce Christine, who will tell you briefly what we intend. Christine Nichols.
Thanks, Steve. I'll stand over here so we don't. Thank you so much for inviting me here to address you this morning. As Dean mentioned, I headed up tourism right after 9/11 in New York City. And first of all, I should say thank you to so many of you that came to New York, because we wouldn't have been able to rebuild tourism without those in New York State that actually came to help us. I see what happened after Hurricane Irene as somewhat of a similar situation, albeit not terrorism, a natural disaster, but it still is an opportunity for the folks here in the four surrounding counties in the Catskill region to remind the people in New York, in the metropolitan area, that it's time for them to do their part to make sure that New York State, its Catskill region, remains vibrant. It becomes a place, a destination that we can all go to. Dean, one thing that I would say is it's not all your fault. When you look at that New York Times headline that Dean put up, it's amazing how the people in New York City have absolutely no idea of the devastation that you've encountered. Dean gave us a tour yesterday, and when we drove through Prattsville, it was mind-boggling. My firm was retained also in the wake of Katrina. We went to New Orleans and we did some work down there, and it reminded me a little bit about parts of the Ninth Ward. I think if the New York City metropolitan, New Jersey, northern New Jersey area got a glimpse or an invitation to come up, they would come up in a minute. There is a surge of ecotourism. There's also a surge of patriotic tourism, and I put that in this category. Right after 9/11, there was a debate going on in New York City whether or not we should really be promoting New York. Is it safe? What will happen if people see it? They'll be afraid. They won't want to come. Maybe we should just be quiet, okay? Times Square is still very strong. We took the other tact. We said, you know what? We are suffering, and we do need your help, and we are not going to survive without you. It was that pull on the heartstrings of Americans and New Yorkers, mostly in this region, that they came rushing down to New York to help. Our firm was also retained after the BP oil spill in the southern states and the 4 states that were affected by that. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and the panhandle of Florida. Now these are 4 states, you've got 4 counties here, but these are 4 states that are fierce competitors. They were working in silos. They would never talk to each other. Sometimes they go to these southern conferences, but they, for the most part, kept everything to themselves. They were marketing their regions all by themselves, and instead, after what that crisis led to, the opportunity of coming together and working together all as one. How many have seen the commercials of the 4 states where it says, we got the best fishing, well, we got the best food, well, we've got the best, okay. Those are the commercials that they ran together. And what was the result? We just got the numbers for this past summer, and the summer numbers were higher than the year before the BP oil spill. And that wasn't going to happen without that advertising, because what we were starting to see is a trend downwards because of the recession. But instead, they used that opportunity, and now the numbers have spiked. I think we can do that here too. With the right marketing, the right advertising, and the right communityship, pulling together, I think we can do that. We've got a team assembled, but we can't do it alone. We're going to need your help. It's going to cost money. And I'm not here to put the basket around, okay? That's something else. We hope to be able to leverage this message in the New York area and get some corporate sponsorship, get some money from people who have come here. I have to confess, I haven't been here other than, I had a college roommate that's from Kingston, so we would come up every now and then. But my family used to summer vacation here all the time. And I said to Dean, what happened to the Catskill Game Park, the game farm? We used to love that place, okay? We stopped coming here. I don't know why. But now that I'm a mother of 3 little ones, I don't want to go through security in an airport and pay a lot of money so I can get on a plane and go skiing out west. That's just a hassle. I'd rather come here to Bel Air. And I plan on coming here with my kids, and I plan on spreading the word to so many other families that there's an affordable, close place right here in New York. And not only will you be doing something for yourself, you'll be doing something for our state. And don't we need that right now? So I think with the right leadership and with the right help from you, we can really make this crisis into an opportunity. And thanks for the chance to do that.
Thank you. Again, the name of the outfit that will try to accomplish all this and bring about economic prosperity that we maybe haven't seen in decades is the Catskill Park Resource Foundation. You can or cannot read anything into the initials CPR if you wish. Mrs. Gitter and I have made the first contribution of $10,000 to start the foundation. 3 friends of the Catskills have each contributed another $10,000. The bank account stands today at $40,100, and we're 3 weeks old. The Crossroads Foundation, you may recall, was formed 10 years ago and pledged that 1/3 of all of the profits from the Bel Air Resort, after the original lenders and investors have been paid back, will go into the foundation. We've now changed the mission of the Crossroads Foundation to include the entire Catskill Park region, not just Middletown and Shandaken. We've asked the Catskill Watershed Corporation to use some of its fund for the future money and grant $250,000 to the marketing effort described here for each of the next 5 years. If they want truly to encourage economic recovery, I can't think of a better way to accomplish the goal. We'll be appealing to the state ESDC for similar help, and it has to involve all 3 regional economic development councils. Senator Schumer has assured me that there are federal funds for advertising connected to economic development. We'll go after them with the senator's help. I want to make clear that the 4 regional tourist offices of the counties do a wonderful job with their tax money. We have no intention of doing anything but to support that effort. We want to increase the rainfall and then let them walk around with their open buckets. We'll be appealing for contributions from individuals, charitable foundations, and any corporation with a footprint in these hills. $5 million is not small change. It's the equivalent of 5 WAMC fundraising drives, and we have to succeed. A personal note, I have made many friends in the 40 years I've been here. Many are in this room this morning. Many more could not afford to take the morning off. They drive school buses, operate backhoes and bulldozers, run convenience stores and gas stations. I've also made a lot of enemies. People who disagreed strongly with my efforts to improve the economy. I invite them to join with us in a new spirit of cooperation. This effort is not about me, or the Emerson, or the Bel Air Resort, which under the best of circumstances won't open for the next 5 years. It's about our collective future. I'm prepared to get out in front of this thing and see it through, or to get out of the way and let someone more qualified and sufficiently enthusiastic to take the reins. Here's an interesting factoid. None of the county seats of the Catskill counties are in the Catskills. But all of them will benefit mightily from a resurgent Catskills. Legal services, medical and hospital care, sales taxes, shopping centers, entertainment venues, dry cleaners, all the services that you can't find in small towns will receive beneficial spin-off from an increase in park prosperity. Bed taxes and increased sales tax revenue will help bridge county operating deficit. Kingston, New Paltz, Ellenville, Liberty, Catskill, Saugerty, Stanford, Delhi, Schoharie, in fact, all the larger towns on the periphery of the park will benefit from the region's increased vitality. And since we're in Kingston, remember what the county motto is. Ulster County, where the mountains meet the river. But if the river valley prospers and the mountains do not, one is tempted to ask, what is the sound of one hand clapping? Let me sum up. Physical recovery will not bring economic recovery. Tourism is the only significant avenue open to us. We have a history of being a major tourism destination. The image and the promotion and the marketing of the area are crucial to any hope of revival. The Catskill Park Resource Foundation proposes to launch such an effort. We're all in this together. We need to get started. Today, I've invited some of you to stay on after this meeting to help organize this effort. I invite any of you who are so moved to stay as well. By the way, the total pledge to the foundation so far is $40,100. My 80-year-old next-door neighbor in Maryland visited Big Indian last year. I put the bite on him for that $100. If you are so moved, let me now put the bite on you. Jean George, who is my incomparable executive assistant, will be in the hallway after this meeting. You can pledge contributions there or send contributions to the Catskill Park Resource Foundation, P.O. Box 200, High Mountain, New York 12441. Thank you for listening.